So, I mean, he's gonna be able to get tanky. I assume he's gonna get Anchor Smash level 1, and he's going to trade hits, or he can go Gush. Gush is also incredible, but it relies on them to right click a little bit more, which might not be feasible.
I think the thing that I'm concerned about is that looking over at Infamous too, as this game goes on, they're very squishy in comparison. And I'm very worried that, that Haunt's going to come out and it's just going to be a
Well,
bit of a nightmare for them.
CM is going to die a lot. I agree. I agree. Definitely a lot of CM deaths, but other than that, not sure. A lot of shotguns. I like this one. It's a good emote. Or taunt? Taunt?
Taunt,
Yes, taunt.
technically, yes.
Very good taunt.
All right. Well,
30
people getting
seconds
into
to go.
positions now. Playing a little football here on the top line.
That was a good shot.
Yeah. So spicy
Five
peppers
hot
too.
peppers.
Yeah, muy caliente. All right. Let's see what they do. Let's see Faker standing up on the high ground, just making sure that they don't do a full invasion. Oh, Whisper.
That was a good block.
Hmm.
The battle
Having a good time,
Alright,
though.
2 bounty runes each side. Nothing too weird to start things off. Schofield will get a block off. And Tide going to slow things down. Still no skill build yet for him. So part of the reason that a Rubik mid in the past is just not good is because you would get your levels, but you wouldn't transition very well. And that just felt like why play Rubik mid if you could just pick something else that's going to be more reliable. And the other thing is, like, if you don't steal a good spell, your hero is not as good as other mids. Like other mids who have ultimates that can be used at the right time to get kills. If you can steal good spells and then go ganking, then it can be really effective. But it's just it scales a little better now. You can do the Fade Bolt steals damage talent at 15, which is going to mean that his right click will actually be decent. So that's one way that Rubik can be a little bit more effective as an offlaner, or as a mid laner, sorry.
This is like I said, I've seen Chris Luck do this before, and it's had varying results. I think a big thing for him, though, is he needs to make sure that he has a decent laning stage. If they hang him out to dry, if they have a rotation from Michael, and just start to continuously get these kills on him, it's just not going to work. But
Yeah.
if he's able to, have a decent laning stage here, it's going to go a lot better, and he's going to be able to do a lot with it. Yeah, look at this. Look at the damage
of
coming out
damage.
from Chris Luck. He's not going to go for a full dive, but he'll stand back, and there's the Fade
Oh
Bolt.
my. I saw it coming because I knew his Fade Bolt was back, but I saw the Fairy Fire and I was like, is she not? Oh, I'm glad we caught that whole thing. What a massive mistake from Quap. That was a massive, massive mistake.
Will it make you into a believer yet, Purge? Obviously, not the flashiest play, and like you said, maybe more of a misplay for Queen of Pain, but if he continues like this, could be a very good mid-Rubik game.
Might just be one of those circumstances where, like, as a mid player, you don't get spammed by level 1 Rubik very often, and he underestimated how much damage it does at level 1. So in the past, they used to only do like 80 damage level 1. Now it's 100, so doesn't reduce their damage as much, but it's a little bit higher damage for nuking. So that's why maybe Rubik made another reason why it's a little bit better. And Stinger just going for Gush and Kraken Shell. So just going to chase people down, slap them, and be hard to kill himself.
That works. It sounds almost like the Ogre Magi strat, right? You're just a big tanky boy. You have a couple other spells that you can spam out, but
That's true.
you
Pretty
just run
similar,
at them.
definitely.
What can they do?
Just damage you more, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, there's not a lot of great options. Gush is just such a good skill that, especially against the boars, this is the nicest thing about it. It's like normally Beastmaster is scary because he summons all these boars and they all attack you and lower your HP. But he's got Kraken Shell, which is really good against low damage sources. So as long as he gets like 1 or 2 points in a Kraken Shell, he's going to damage block almost all the damage from the boars, even if he gets slowed by it. Just not a big deal for him. It's kind of cool that he could.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt
Oh,
you.
chatting. No, it's okay. It's kind of cool as well that as a 5 position, as long as he has a little bit of raw HP against the Infamous lineup, he's going to be able to get Ravage off as well. So unless he gets like E-Blade Dagoned or something, or E-Blade Morphling killed. But even that is kind of hard because you pretty much break Kraken at least once there, remove the E-Blade buff, and then. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I don't have a huge amount of confidence in a 5 Tide. I haven't played it much at all, if ever, but.
We're just having so many new experiences for you. You had the experience of the Legion Commander mid. Now you've got the Rubik mid. You've got the 5 Tide. Lots of fun
Saw
stuff
Tiny
coming out
actually
for you to
win
analyze.
for the first time in this tournament. That was an exciting
Yeah,
moment for me.
that is,
Yeah.
you know, look at these moments. They're wonderful.
Hmm.
Looks like everyone has reconnected now. Lots of people disconnecting and trying to just shore up their internet, I guess. And back to farming. Very exciting stuff.
Chris Luck with 1 point in his passive here is going to do a lot of damage when he goes for nukes. So far, his right clicks seem pretty solid too.
I mean, that's the bonus of, you know, playing this hero quite a bit, is that you do time things out pretty well. It's not like they're like, hey, can you play this mid? We kind of drafted ourselves in a corner. Schofield not looking very healthy here. That'll be a kill going over to Excel.
It was close. He almost got away there, but ends up going down. Mid lane last hits, it's pretty even. Other than the whole like first blood thing, so I'm sure that Chris Luck's gonna have higher net worth here, but other than that, laning stage is gonna be fine for him. Beastmaster's owning those. 19 last hits for him, good for him. That's really high for a 3 position. Morphling a little bit uncomfortable as well. 10 last hits versus a 13 at bats. So basically in all the lanes, everyone's about equal.
Oh,
Only
Excel.
major difference is that first blood.
Over here.
Too slow to catch up. He's got to fight the Quap to the death now. He's too slow. This is tough.
There's the roll in though. It's not looking good for Chris Luck. We talked about this. Does manage to go get the toss off, but the jump forward from Faker will ensure the death of the Rubik.
That was a great rotation from Urspirit. They basically just got 2 out of position trying to get that CM kill. And then he ran so far that way that Quap was able to slow him down with Dagger and force the 1v1. So good place to catch up.
Again, Pepita sitting top of the CS, 24-7, but Hector right behind him, 23-1. So going very nicely for the Beastmaster, but not too horrible for Spectre. And as I say that, Hector is getting a lot of harass here. They're just gonna chase him down, try to slow him, but he's ducked behind his tower to safety. He's just gonna go use the salve. Everything is fine for him right now.
Yeah, it looked pretty rough for him.
Waveform again over here onto Schofield. Just gonna back off. That is the 5-minute runes too, so we can expect them to collect.
Yeah. Let's rival bottle. Nice, he does. That's really good. Tons of mana there. Looks like Rubik will leave the other one. Doesn't really need it yet. 2 points in Gush now on Tide. Okay. All about Gush, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it gives him a nice slow. There's a roll in from Michael, though. He's been really on point for a lot of these games, but is taking a fair amount of damage. Does need to be careful.
Quap ulti gets
Middle
used
lane.
here. Okay.
Yeah, not enough to kill Chris Luck. Not yet. It's a nice
Did
steal.
he steal it?
Oh, jeez. Oh, no.
Oh no, what a mistake. He's got lots of mana too. Oh, and the rune is still there, so he's going to be able to full heal. All right, let's see who he blows up with this. It's probably going to be a Morphling attempt, I assume. He's waiting for... He's got items coming too. Maybe a Boots of Speed or something. There is a ward down there, so it might be a little bit hard for this to work out, especially if the courier shows. He might... The courier could show on the ward here. It's going to, I think.
Oh, here it comes in. Yep.
Morphling being dived
Well,
a little
I think
bit.
he just doesn't care.
Okay.
Aka's already TP's out. Sitting solo. Oh man.
He ended up TPing the
I always
instead.
get so scared when they sit that low on their health, and I just know like, oh god, what if he just shows up out of nowhere and just fables him or something?
I freaked out the other game because there was a Venomancer in the game, so I was like, oh no, the poison sting's gonna kill him.
Kick back over onto Hector. He's silenced. He's not moving fast enough, so that is going to be a kill going to Pepita. Another fight, though. The Sonic Wave. Crystal Melton. This is not looking good for Chris Luck, though. He's going to have to bottle through. Looks like he's going to survive it. Can they turn this around on Baker? No, he's jumping back in. He tries. There's no lift. He tosses him right back again. This should be a kill. Why isn't Baker clicking him? Still going to be able to get it, but he ends up dying for that.
Okay. Pretty good for Schofield. Nice gold experience. All that good stuff. Tranquil Boots, 500 gold at 7 minutes. I'm pretty happy if I'm Earthshaker with that. And Chris Luck's still doing fine net worth-wise.
Dire are scanning.
Scan from Dire's side.
Well,
Hector's been
Hector.
pressured so much.
The kick back right into the roar stingers here, but what's he gonna do? He's just a meat shield. They'll focus down this little Spectre, and he's not gonna survive. A skill comes out though. There's the roar right back at him. What are you doing, guys? Why aren't you using your other spells? Although heck, there's Faker jumping in, they'll be able to go get the kill, but this is gonna be a dead Chris Luck with that from Faker.
He's getting really far behind in levels now, 6 on Chris Luck only, despite being a part of that kill. And being on the map before that, Quappa's level 8. He doesn't even have 4 points in his nuke just yet, so he's stealing good spells and all, but almost kill possible there. I feel like if she DDs, she can maybe kill him, but Fissure would probably shut it down too. On the bright side, Whisper's having a really good game. He's basically been untouched so far. It's one thing going for him.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't said anything about Whisper and the bottom lane there. We've been focusing so much on, you know, the mid Rubik and the position 5 Tide, but yeah.
You know, all the pressure's been on Earthshaker instead. So Batrider gets free farm. He's going to get a fast BOTs. I don't know if that's necessarily going to make their game super winnable. Definitely will be nice for him to get a Blink Dagger later for setups. But until then, just tons of pressure going on Hector. Struggling to get 6, constantly being killed himself. This is where the Tide is really feeling a bit inadequate. It's hard for Tide to protect against all of this. His disable's okay, and it's going to pay off once he hits 6, but for now feels not very good.
Some pincering movement over here. Chris Luck was sitting low, so just a little bit too slow for that grab. The roll comes out from Michael. Oh, nice sidestep, but the silence is still there. Michael, nope, he's not going to be able to quite finish up. In comes Scofield with the Sonic Wave, though. They get the lift off, and it's still a dead Chris Luck with the Fissure. Echo Slam gets used as well, as they'll take out the Quap Stinger. Just not looking healthy here. It's very, very low health. Is going to get taken down, as now Scofield running away. Waveform comes out from Pakas, and that's going to be a mid-tower, I think.
Yeah, that's rough. All right, Necro 1 summoned. Mid tower is taking tons of damage. No Ravage still in this game at 10 minutes. Chris Luck again is just looking vulnerable with the mid Rubik. It has some potential, but that's always been one of the issues with it as a mid. It's like, yes, you have great spells, but it's hard to be like the guy that goes in and starts fights and also doesn't die. Like Quap has that power because of the ability to blink, either retreating or going in. But Rubik still has to play on the normal rules, but he's also doing it from behind. He doesn't have extra cast range. He doesn't have a blink dagger. He's very support-like, and that's why Rubik typically sticks to support instead.
Well, it is a risky pick for sure, so have to see, you know, if he was able to catch up at all, if it's going to pay off, or if he's going to be relegated down to support level.
His net worth it's definitely dropping a bit. Now behind Whisper on the Batrider, who's still hanging out bottom. No rotations yet from him. Here comes another one.
There's the roll, and it's not going to work because he gets roared out, and there goes Chris Luck.
So
Not
if Chris
looking
Luck's
great
net
for him.
worth ends up in the dumpster, which it seems like it's kind of becoming that way, their only carry potential is the Spectre. That's it. And Spectre has also not had a good laning stage, so this is looking pretty rough for him. Their team fight is still ridiculously good. Every single hero on the Beast Coast side has very, very strong team fight. But if their net worth is so far behind that Infamous has like a fast mech on somebody or a pipe, and it's like all this team fight just doesn't matter as much because you just survive through it for a moment and then you win the engagement afterwards.
Should Whisper be making moves? Like, I understand that he's got this lane that's very comfortable for him. He's able to farm, but I feel like also, you know, he's had that lasso for a bit. It might be time to alleviate some pressure on the map. I don't know.
They don't have the best ganking heroes, honestly. That makes it a little bit harder. Just hard for somebody to follow up on his lasso. It's like who follows up on his lasso? It has to be like Rubik or something. Earthshaker can with Echo Slam maybe. Tide cannot really. They could haunt in, but that's kind of mediocre too. So this is part of the issue with the Batrider of this game. There isn't like a Sunstrike or somebody that follows it up. Maybe they'll grab Michael here.
Thinking about it. Yeah, look at the lift off. Throw out the Fissure. You can just roll away though.
Yep. They would have had to Ravage for that one.
Trying to run away. Faker's here. Got plenty of damage. There's the Ravage, though. Slow him down, followed up
Good.
with the Haunt. The Echo Slam coming up from Scope, and there it is. There's the combo that you love to see. But looks like Chris Luck, he's able to roll away. Is he going to tick down? Did they get a dagger on him? No. Stealth Vision, though, with the Hawk. He's going to go blinking on in. He tries to get the lift off the Fissure. They'll turn it back around. They'll end up losing Chris Luck. Faker still alive, dodging back and forth here. And there it is. There's the lasso on the back lines. They want to get Pepita. They want to get Faker. He's taking so much burn damage from that Firefly. But in comes Pakas. He has just not been here the entire time. Turns himself into his own Bat Rider as he's going to try to chase after Whisper. Get the knock back. He's going to be able to blow him up.
Huge kill. Really well done by Morphling. He's going for Lincoln's first item. That way he can protect himself against things like Lift or Lasso. And it does kind of feel like he can do whatever he wants, at least in some of these fights. Pretty good fight for Beast Coast, though. Wasn't awful. The Ravage looked like it might not catch anybody, but it did keep those two heroes close together and allow for the good Echo Slam follow. How's the... I'm curious about Earthshaker's progression right now. What's Earthshaker have for items? How close is he to Blink Dagger? Just about there. Very close. 200 gold more, and he'll have it. Ooh, he's
Michael gonna cancel
for
CP?
sure.
Yeah. Magnetize the silence. Doesn't feel good for Schofield. Excel making his way down, and there's already Faker right nearby. And he just gets erased.
Okay. Whisper working on Blink Dagger too. Once he gets it, it'll be a little bit easier to fight. But until they get the blink on Earthshaker, there isn't that much follow-up on the Beast Coast side to any engagements. Chris Luck's just struggling to even get a Yule Scepter. 3, 6, and 4 now. The net worth is almost half of what Quops is. I really love that Beast Coast does weird shit with their picks. I think it's really fun and makes Dota more exciting because we're seeing new things. But this is part of the reason that we don't see this stuff, because it has some issues, especially when the enemy team can punish some weaknesses. Drums ready to go. Who are they going to shout at?
Like they'll find Hector and Stinger the roll, and coming out from Michael on the back line, they'll freeze up the Tidehunter. A little bit of a slow place over into Hector. Whisper's here. It's all of them.
Yeah,
We'll
they really
just
don't
back
want
off.
to they really don't want to roar the Tide, even though he doesn't have Ravage. Could crack and proc pretty easily.
The
Smoke
Lincoln's
coming
picked
on
up
the-
more.
Dire's top tower is under
Oh, it's finished already? Yeah, that's super
Yeah, he
fast.
finished it. So you gotta, Whisper's gotta be constantly checking that inventory, right? Because he knows that it's gonna be coming out at some point, and that's gonna be one of the big targets for him.
Yeah. Still no Yules. A little short. He'll be able to protect himself a little bit. Dodge some spells, maybe. He has been doing a really good job, like, dishing damage out against the Quap when the Quap dives in. That part has been good, but...
Becomes a little bit
Leave it at
scarier because, all right, they managed to catch Excel. They get the Crystal Maiden ultimate, but they're buying time in the pit.
Nah, he got Frostbite. A little unfortunate, actually. Frostbite's really good, too, though, actually.
Going in.
Against,
Yeah, there's the
oh,
Haunt.
yep.
They know. Are they going to try to go for the steal? Where's the Aegis? Who got it? It was actually Paka, so they did manage to secure it on the back line. So Pepita forced away. They've got the Ravage. They'll follow up, get the kill on the Beastmaster. Paka's turning into his own Spectre here. There's a big Sonic Wave over onto Whisper, but it doesn't do nearly enough as they're trying to just blow up Hector. This is not looking good for him. He's going to have to dagger himself away. Turns back into his own Spectre.
Oh,
Does he have
that's
the
it.
dagger? No.
Oh, he missed.
Oh, but the Frostbite coming out from Excel. Excel God's revenge. And in goes Faker. He's still hungry. He's still hoping he can grab someone, but isn't going to be able to quite close that distance. Although it looks like Schofield's thinking about going back. And Pakas was fighting Chris Luck this entire time as now Stinger is going to get canceled out with that TP. He is blown up.
Rough fight for Beast Coast. Losing all of their important heroes in that fight. Not able to grab any major cores. Just the Beastmaster was the decent pickup. Ravage gets used and they do some damage, but man, they need something more in the fight. But it's so hard for them to fight. They did a good job against the Earth Spirit at the start, I guess, but they wouldn't have even killed the Beastmaster if he wasn't losing his HP from Roche. Feels weird to see a Windlace in Morphling's inventory, doesn't it?
A little, yeah, especially when you look at the other items that he has. But, you know, gotta go fast
Yeah.
sometimes, I guess.
are fortified.
It helps. He's got empty item slots. Pro players don't seem to be buying, at least in our tournament, or not buying Wraith Bands. They buy Bracers, they buy Null Talismans, but not Wraith Bands. So all the edgy heroes not liking it anymore now that it just gives armor. So in that case, if he's got the empty item space, buy a Windlace. Windlace is really good.
Yeah.
That's why I always get so mad at Slex, because he doesn't fill his inventory. You could have a Windlace in there like every game of his life and just be faster than normal, you know? It's
I'm just glad
very
he's
cost
buying a
efficient.
stick now.
Dyer's top tower has
I still
fallen.
can't believe that
Sometimes,
he
yes.
wouldn't buy it.
Yeah, especially on Omni Knight, right? He's like, why would
Yeah.
I want 3 heals? 2 is enough.
I see some movement in the bottom lane there.
Radiant are scanning.
Looks like they'll back off. Got a lot of ultimates up. They want this mid tower. They don't want to allow them to have an easy roach like that again, where they could just TP very close. Oof. Faker gets himself a nice regen rune. Still have a double damage on the bat.
I'm not even worried for him, honestly, because there's just so lack of damage on the Beast Coast side, unless Crystlock's there. He's got 4 points in his Arcane Supremacy now, so any spell he steals is doing a lot more damage than the normal one. That's where things look good. He's also picked up the item that gives him GPM but lowers his damage, so
The philosophy.
generally not seen yep, exactly. Normally not seen as a good item on a core, but I think he's far enough behind that he feels the need to have it. Having more mana is not bad either. This game. This feels like the right thing to do.
It's been rough, that's for sure. We did get the Blink Dagger picked up on Schofield, so he'll be able to make some pretty cool plays now, but they're gonna need to make sure they have enough damage, like you said. So it's gonna a lot of it hinge on Chris Luck getting a really good spell to steal, or, you know, just waiting long enough that the Spectre's gonna be able to come online, because at this point, like you said, it is a solo core game. At least that's what it feels like. Pepita, they break the smoke. It's interesting. Look at them running at them. Like, this isn't what you want to see happening on this team when you consider the fact that they're very powerful. There's the Echo Slam, though, coming out from Schofield on backline, followed up with a Ravage. There's so much damage being dumped out here from the swap, but they're still able to go, and they get the kill. Crystal Maiden goes down. Schofield goes down. They'll lose the Tide Hunter. It is a Tide Hunter fight. The buyback, though. Hector, he TPs out. They have nothing to cancel it. I hear a roar.
We'll never
I guess,
know.
okay. Yep, we'll never know. Whisper? I don't know if you want to go in here. You do have the lasso, but you don't have anything else to break that Lincoln's right now.
I think he tried to roar Spectre from TPing or something. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Or maybe
I
that
don't
was
see
Chris
it.
Luck dying. It was Chris
It was
Luck
Chris
dying.
Luck dying, but I didn't see
Okay.
where they had run off to. Oh, look at Baker the Orchid. Jumping forward again. Are they gonna be able to, they just kill him? They kill him here in their base if they're not careful, but it's a nice enchant totem, but in comes Faker. They need just a little bit more damage, and they just waltz on in. Michael is gonna be next to fall, though. They do manage to block him up, but they've lost their core, and Whisper takes care of Pepita while all this is going on. What is happening in this game?
Dyer's middle tower has
Infamous
fallen.
playing with their food, basically. The Echo Slam was really cool. Like, it was a beautiful looking team fight from Beast Coast to do Echo into Ravage, but after the Echo came out, I just sat there, I'm like, that didn't do nearly as much damage as I thought it would. I thought it was going to hit way harder, and while they did pull them into a semi, and that was the cool thing, look at Schofield in the back, he's still smoked, unlike the rest of his team, so they didn't see this coming. He's ready, he's waiting, and here's the jump. Got Orchided right away, actually. That's why they didn't do as much damage. He gets killed right at the start of the fight, only got Echo Slam off, no Fissure, no Enchant Totems, so that was a crucial moment there by Quap. Great reaction.
You gotta wonder how different this would be if they didn't have Chris Luck on that Rubik.
Probably different, yeah. Most likely. He would have had some way to not die if he gets ganked, or a better way to snowball and get side lane kills.
Output more damage in general is just so important, but
Yep.
BKB completed now for Faker. We've got a couple of Yules coming out too. Be able to just purge off silences or just hold people in place while people get into position. We shall see. But AK net worth lead at about 21 minutes, so Infamous be sitting pretty right now.
Just also tanky now on Infamous side. Hector's got Diffusal Blade at least, so he's got some okay damage, but
Blink forward. Okay, there's the silence from Faker. The Haunt comes out. They want this engagement, so they just blow up Schofield over there. There's a beautiful Ravage coming out from Stinger. They buy back again on Schofield. The spell's gonna be next to fall. Stinger, oh, look at the Sonic Wave. It just eradicates both of them on the backside. side. Michael running away. The Spectre does not want to be here. Does not. Oh, it's Schofield jumping in. It's too late, my friend. There's just no follow-up, no damage. The slow clap from Pepita, and now Whisper, only one alive, just trying to get away here.
4 dead heroes. It's so hard for them to fight at this point. Like, the team fight again is so good, but they just had no gank opportunities with their lineup. When they shut down Chris Luck, it was like the only guy that could move around to get stuff done. But it just would have been so much more effective if he was playing some like Void Spirit or something like that. More initiation, more survivability, probably more burst damage. Not as fun, maybe a little boring, but
well, I mean, again, it is the group stages. This is something that Beast Coast has done in the past where, you know, they try things that are a little weird, a little wacky. But definitely, you know, this one is looking real rough. Not sold on the 2 experimental picks.
Yeah. Actually, almost caught her there. Could have done a Yules and a Flame Break lasso, most likely, with Chris Luck following up, but she gets out in time. 11k gold advantage, most of which is on the back of Morphling right now, is what it feels like. He's got tons of items. Almost probably BKB finished any moment now, if it hasn't been already.
It has. He completed it.
Yes, okay. I don't know how they're going to deal with him. BKB's on Quap as well, so now basically all their team fight advantage is gone. BKB solves Echo Slam, solves Ravage, unless Beast Coast goes first. That could make things really big.
Fissure canceling out the Crystal Maiden ultimate. It's a bit of a bait, though. They'll be able to take down the Crystal Maiden, but Faker, still hunting, would like to grab Whisper. He's been hunting him this entire time. It's his white whale, if you know what I mean. Roll coming out from Matthew. They don't want to allow him to get out. They put some more damage on him. He's not going to be able to blink. Chris Luck getting taken down by Pakas on the other side here. There's going to be a lasso drag back, side steps away from Michael, but it's just holding him in place. They're just toying with him now.
Why doesn't he just TP away? I'm so confused.
I don't know, but that Sonic Wave whiffs pretty hard. Whisper just showing off a little bit here.
No kidding. Dude, he wasted so much time. Oh, that was great. That was so fun, actually. Okay. It doesn't matter. They're still doing very poorly, but and Sonic Wave is down, but...
You okay there, Purge?
Clip it, I guess. Just clip it and send it to your friends, I guess, Whisper. Because I don't see how Hector catches up. It was a cool play.
I mean, one thing I will say about Infamous is that sometimes they do misplay, but they've been playing really tight today. Like, everything's been on point. Michael's definitely the MVP. This guy has been a monster and has been so much fun to watch.
Yeah, they really have been. They've been doing really good.
All right, still hidden, still smoked up. It's about to run out, though. Baker probably a little disappointed that he didn't find anyone, but he's got the Lincolns queued up, doesn't want to get lassoed, wants to make it difficult. There's just so much pandemonium going on in these fights. Schofield TPing on in. We'll meet up with Whisper. Sorry, Whisper TPing in. Schofield had.
They're trying to counter gank. The scan actually might not be very valuable because it does encompass the Barret. It might not know that there's still 2 heroes there, but they had a feeling. The scan's gonna reveal at least something. In the meantime, they're looking for another kill on the other side of the map. It's gonna force Beast Coast to retreat. Aether Lens on Rubik now too. Still hasn't gotten his talent. Could have grabbed the damage talent by now, but opts instead to max out his skills first.
Another regen rune here for Faker. Fill up his bottle. He's very happy about that. He's just very aggressive. He's on the hunt. He's got the rest of his team backing him up here too, so why not? Silence the roll, and again, they want to just obliterate. No, this is going on. Pakas just blows up Chris Luck. Stinger throws out the Ravage, but there's no follow-up. Okay, there's a little bit. They're going to be able to go clean up some of these supports. The buyback comes out from the Rubik, but there it is. There's the lasso, Whisper, Dragon, Taker back in again, but there's just no other damage that they can do. They need to have physical damage. There's going to be another just Sonic Wave throwing back here, and Chris Luck, he's dead. It's a triple kill for Pakas. He just keeps chasing after him. He's playing a better Rubik than Chris Luck right now. They had the buyback as a rampage. Pakas.
Oof.
He's crushing the Beast Coast wave today. My goodness.
Yeah, that was a very deserved rampage, I gotta say. It felt like he was there, and the whole fight, I'm just watching him kill people. Like 4-shot the Tidehunter, made him look squishy. 4-shot him a second time, made him look squishy a second time. Just killed everybody. The 2 racks. Winning a team fight like that right outside the enemy base is catastrophic. It's basically the game ender.
They used
Get a lot of
so
free
much
towers,
during
at
that fight too. They used
did.
the lasso, they used the ravage, the echo slam, like everything.
The echo was almost perfect. If Quap was a little bit closer to them, he would have been able to chain disable all 3, which might have made a difference, but it's just a little too spread out to make it really worthwhile.
All right, well, tower and racks down. Got a little bit more to go here for the side of Infamous as they take down the tier 1. Whisper doing his best to get a little information here. Does have to be carefully slippery though, as we saw earlier, as he dodged everything thrown at him.
He's just trying to cut the creep wave if possible.
Looks like he's attracted a lot of attention here. Yeah, look at the Firefly, the roll coming out from Michael. It's like a Wile E. Coyote Roadrunner situation here. The Yules comes out. It's very silent. He needs a moment. He needs to be able to blink. He's got it. Look at this. Look at this chase. They cannot get their hands on this boy.
That was actually so sick how he did that. That he ran into the trees and he instantly, as soon as he lost vision, he cuts south. And they didn't anticipate that at all. He kills the whole creep wave, kills 2 creep waves, gives his whole team time to respawn. That was really nice. We'll just remember these good moments where Whisper dodges the enemy team and forget everything else that happened this game for Beast Coast fans.
I mean, it's one of the other things too, like oh, hold on one second. Look at Faker, he's just like, yeah, whatever, I don't want to have to deal with this again. Not again. But you know, usually it's Schofield, I feel, that's making a lot of like these base. Oh, Chris Luck, the kick back here right into Paka's. Nice Yule's play though, buys a bit more time, but the E-Blade, he just explodes. There's the Ravage coming out from Stinger. Excel doesn't care. He's got a BKB. This is one strong Crystal Maiden, and Whisper's forced to use the lasso to drag her back here into the base. It's gonna be a dead Crystal Maiden, but there's the follow-up coming in. The silence over here on the Schofield. He's not gonna be able to get his spells up. Pakas is just running rampant here. Buyback comes out from Bat, but what is he gonna do? They still hadn't even taken the tier 2. Yikes. Yikes.
It's very gone now. And 3 dead heroes, 2 dead heroes, another buyback. Once again, 26k gold advantage. A more thing they can't even pressure, I'm pretty sure here.
I don't even know what hero just died. It was Whisper. Okay. Yeah. There's the Yules. It buys him enough time. This is not looking good for Ektor. He's gonna try to fight, but he can't. He can't. He's dead. He can buy back, but they call the GG. There's no point in continuing this.
Oof. What a utter domination. The mid Rubik, cool in theory,